Hello and welcome to Economics Unit 1, pages 27 through 28. We will not be skipping anything. So, your role as a consumer. That's right, your role as a consumer. So when you're buying things, you're not just buying stuff for yourself, and that's it. There's actually more to it than that. There's more power that you have, that you wield when you do that. And that's what this video is all about. So every time you spend money, you are casting a vote. How to spend or not spend your income wisely, setting priorities. When you buy one thing with your $5, you're not buying something else with that $5. That's the same thing as voting against that. That's like sending a message, that's not important to me, this is important to me. So if you have to buy books for college, but you decide to not buy them because you want to buy a burrito, you are saying that burrito is your priority. Yes, you may be going to school. Yes, you might be understanding that your books are important, but your actions, that is your role as a consumer. What your actions say. So what you spend your money on, that is saying what your priorities are. That's telling businesses around you what is important to you. Not what you say, not what you think, not what you understand, but what you're actually doing. That's your vote. That's how businesses respond, not to what might just be the right thing to do. What are you actually doing? So income. There's two types of income that everyone generally has, especially in America. First is disposable income. That's the money that you have left from your paycheck after taxes have been taken out. And that's it, before you pay bills or utilities or rent or food, anything. Before you actually take that money and cash it anywhere, spend it anywhere, that's your disposable income after taxes. Discretionary income is how much money you have left after all your necessities, your needs are taken care of. Remember, needs are things that you have physically great suffering if you don't meet them, like food, shelter, water, that kind of things. Going to the latest concert, making sure you're able to get the most recent fashion so you fit in. Those are not needs. And they might feel like needs, but those are not needs. Those are wants. And that's what discretionary income is about, is after you have spent money on survival, what you have left over to spend on concerts and high-end fashion and stuff like that, that is your discretionary income. That money you've left over to spend on that. And being an American usually means you have that. You're not just spending money to survive. You have money to pay for a TV bill. That's not a need. That's a want. You have money to pay a cell phone bill. There's a lot of these things that may seem standard in our way of life, but that's because our way of life is so high compared to other countries. So you generally have discretionary income. Different people have different amounts, but you definitely have some. So how you split your income between the two and defining needs and wants involves opportunity cost. Because again, you might have picked up that I might have a different opinion from others on what qualifies as a need, what qualifies as a want. Some might say like, no, cable TV, that's a need. I need to have that. I need to have a smartphone. That's not a want, that's a need. So that decision-making process about what is a need and what is a want, what do I spend my disposable income, what do I spend my discretionary income on, that decision-making process is called rational choice. Rational choice is choosing an alternative that has the greatest perceived value. Everybody does this. You may not think in your mind, I'm going to make a rational choice right now, but you probably are. And if you're not, then you're probably not making wise decisions. The only way to make wise decisions is to engage in rational choice. Now, you might still make mistakes. You're not perfect. But you'll make less of them, and you'll have less regret over the things you buy if you ask yourself these 3 questions. First question, do I really need this? Is this really a need or a want? Really ask yourself, how is this going to improve my life? Is this just something to make me feel good in the short term, a want? Or is this something that if I don't have, I will suffer greatly? And again, missing out on a party is not something that I would consider qualifying as suffering. You don't actually need it. There will be other parties. The next question to ask is it worth the time? So maybe it is something you need, but is it something you need right now, or is it something that you should do later? Because if you do it right now, there's something else you might miss on that's also a need. So is it the right time for it? Is this worth the time that I'm going to have to put into to address this need? And the final question is there any better use for my money? So maybe you have two needs and they're both important, but you only have money for one. So which is the better need to take care of right now? Which one's the more urgent? Can one be put off? Is there any better use for my money? And that's it. In the next video, you'll be learning a lot more about advertisements. And I'll talk to you in class.